This video starts with some beautiful clips sent to me by Mike from YouTube channel Night Ferry. Please check out his channel, links in this video's information box. Kent's second biggest export is flowers, and we see them being delivered and carefully crated up before being loaded to a wagon. The little P Class 5753 has been entrusted to shunt, then transfer this floral load across the countryside and on to Muchfiddly's yard for onward distribution to London. And as the P Class puffs away, we get our first look at the all-new O1, and what a beauty she is. She'll finish some shunt moves and then head off with the train. We'll rejoin the O1 on her journey a little later. What do you think so far? Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Rapido have outdone themselves with this one. There was one small issue when I unpacked mine. One of the middle wheel sandpipes was missing and nowhere to be seen. I filled out Rapido's online form and within 2 days received a nice reply offering to exchange the whole locomotive free of any charge. This was due to the factory not having sent any spares for this part yet. But I think that we can agree that is very good customer service indeed from Rapido. Anyway, I didn't want to delay the making of this review video anymore, as I'd been away when the O1s first hit the shops, and anyway my loco ran so incredibly sweetly that I didn't have the heart to send her back. So I made a new sandpipe from nickel wire, having first slightly drilled out the sandbox fixing and filed down the wire to fit. Okay, it's not got the exact finesse of the supplied pipes, but I think it looks good enough anyway. I wanted to show you some close-ups before we return to the running session. Oh, they're supplied with metal number plates, but I felt the printed ones were more clear than these, so I decided not to fit them. There's an excellent video of the preserved O1 at work on the Bluebell railway. I'll put a link to it in this video's description. The James Stirling O1s were rebuilds of the South Eastern Railway's O-Class goods engines. 122 locomotives of the O-Class were built between 1878 and 1899. 28 of the O-Class locomotives were given replacement boilers between 1900 and 1923, now under the control of Harry Wainwright. Between 1903 and 1932, 59 of the locomotives were given larger boilers, of the same type as fitted to the South Eastern and Chatham Railway H-Class 044 tank. These rebuilds were designated the O1 Class, and number 373 here is one of those built as an O-Class in 1891 by Sharp Stewart and Company. She became an O1 in May 1906 and survived until July 1951. They had a tractive effort of 17,325 pounds and were later classified as 0F. Later becoming the South Eastern and Chatham Railway, these were the main engines until 1899, when the more powerful C-Class engines arrived. Thus the O1s were relegated to branch line and goods work, notably on the Kent and East Sussex Railway. The 1955 modernisation plan spelled the end for many O1s. Their branch lines to locations such as Hawkhurst, New Romney, Tenderton and the Kent coalfields either closed or were dieselised. All members of the class had been withdrawn by 1962. After the goods train, the P Class returns to Muchfiddly with a local vintage branch line train made up of South Eastern and Chatham Railway Hattons Genesis coaches. Now I've included the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 4F to allow viewers to compare the size of the O1 with the more or less standard design of 060 tendered good locomotives. As you can see, the O1 is altogether more delicate and small. The O1 will now take charge of the 4 and 6 wheel coaches, branch line work being the great saviour for the class, ensuring they were in use into PR days and eventually preservation. Although that was something of a cloak and dagger affair, as the preserved example was broken down and hidden to stop BR repossessing it for scrap. The model is one of the sweetest running I've ever seen, and is fitted with a good sized coreless motor, meaning no HF track cleaners or very old resistance type controllers. It also has an excellent firebox glow, unfortunately not flickering as Daypol seem to be able to manage, but nonetheless very welcome.